not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer?
Hello everyone, welcome to a new reading vlog. It is day one of Summerween and I am so insanely excited. The weather is playing along today. It is like overcast and 60 degrees. I'm enjoying it with the windows open. Hopefully the cars aren't too loud. I went and got my favorite coffee. I have off today. It's Friday. I originally was supposed to have an eye doctor appointment today. It got moved to Monday. So I got myself my favorite coffee. This is a Wisconsin local company and like everything is made in Wisconsin. And so it's called Stone Creek. If you ever come to Wisconsin, you have to try it. But yeah, the coffee is amazing. It's like my favorite coffee of all time. Let's see. So what is the game plan for today? There's so many people walking around outside and my windows are wide open. For a little bit last night, I did start in on Gothicana by Rue Nix. I decided that I was going to start in on this one because I needed an audiobook, probably listen to maybe 2 chapters. Like I didn't get very far. I will say this is reading very older YA, young new adult-esque as of right now. It's not my favorite, but we'll see how it goes. We are following a heroine who, it sounds like her mother may have had schizophrenia. Her mother heard voices. However, this is a fantasy and our heroine also hears voices. So I don't know if her mother actually had a mental illness or if it was a fantastical thing. So our heroine grew up super, super isolated because her mother wasn't good at dealing with people because of these voices. And so they lived in the woods. She was homeschooled. She gets this letter from this school saying, you should come to our university. And she gets there and it's this creepy as fuck castle at the top of a mountain. And it's like straight out of a storybook, like a gothic fairy tale. And when she gets there, she meets her roommate and her and her roommate hit it off right away. They're now BFFs. There are all kinds of mysterious things that happen with the castle. People have died by suicide very randomly. Every 5 years, a student, a teacher, a guard, whatever goes missing. Just a person goes missing from the castle. And there's all these creepy, mysterious things. There's also this guy that is working there. He is technically still a student. He's finishing up his thesis, but he is teaching a class so that he can do his thesis there. There is a strict policy that students and teachers cannot have a relationship. You learned in one of the prologues that this guy grew up in this like orphanage with this really creepy old lady who, as far as you can tell, could like see the future. She was a seer and she warns him about the girl with the purple eyes. So obviously our heroine has purple eyes, which, wow, has that never been done before? He has gray eyes and she has purple eyes because, you know, fantasy romance. They gotta have weird color eyes. And so the two of them have this immediate pull towards each other. So far it's okay. I have no idea what to expect with this one. I feel like this is either going to be one of those books that is like a massive fucking miss for me or a good time. I can't tell what direction it's going to go. One of my problems with books like this tends to be that these types of books can take themselves a little too seriously. And especially when they have a lot of like silliness in them. I need it to be self-aware of the fact that it is being tropey and cliche. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't have the highest hopes after those first couple of chapters. But we'll see. Maybe it'll win me over. That's where we're at reading wise. The game plan for today is read. My husband works pretty much a full day, so I have the house to myself for the majority of the day. And I'm also doing reading sprints with Rachel from Happy Go Lovely Sleeves this afternoon. It's going to be at 2 p.m. my time. So I have quite a while because it's early. It's only like, it is not quite 8 o'clock. I do have a video going up in just a little bit, so I need to get some stuff prepped for that. And I might do some content prep things for taking photos this weekend. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to eat my breakfast. I'm gonna drink some of my coffee because it's fucking amazing. I'm gonna fill up my planner. I'll show you that too. And then I suppose we should get reading. So I'll come back to you in a little bit.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.
Alrighty, so I am not quite 40% into Gothicana by Runix, and this is interesting. It is very new adult-esque. It is very dramatic and over the top, and she uses so many ridiculous metaphors and similes and all of these things. Like, she goes all in sometimes. You know, he's like, he tastes like rain and danger and fire, and I'm just like, dude, I get it. I shared over on Threads one of the like most wild ones. I literally had to go to Kindle and get the KU version of this so that I could copy the quote because it was so fucking ridiculous. Something about him being a mad pirate and her a siren and him needing to pillage and plunder, and I was just like, what the actual fuck is this? Like, there are so many times where I have to pause the book and just start laughing because it definitely takes itself very seriously and is like it's trying really hard to say something and do something, and it is kind of silly. A little over an hour until reading sprint starts. My husband might be coming home earlier than I thought he was. I thought he was gonna work a full day, so hopefully he can let me keep the living room, so we'll see. I think I'm gonna go take care of the dogs, get them all settled again, grab myself another cup of coffee, and then read probably for another, I would say, like 45 minutes, listen to my audiobook for another 45 minutes, and then get myself settled for the reading sprints. I'll take you along while we do sprints and stuff, so I'll be back.
Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try.
Okay, so I'm just over halfway through Gothicana, and the number of times that they have called the hero the Silver Devil is starting to become obnoxious. Literally every time she sees him, she says his full name, comma, the Silver Devil, and I'm like, I get it. I get it. She's like, I need a sign from the universe. And then he'll like walk into the room and she's like, that must have been the sign. The fact that we keep finding each other. I'm like, y'all are isolated on a mountain with a limited number of people. The odds are that you guys are going to run into each other. It's just, but the horror elements are actually pretty good. Like, there was this scene in the bathroom where she sees like these really creepy things happening, and I really like those parts and I want to know more about them. But the romance it's a mess. It's a hot mess. All right, I had to DNF this at 60% because honestly, this is torture at this point. This is probably one of the meanest reviews I've left on Goodreads in a hot minute. I try to be, understanding, but this book is trash. It is utter garbage. I'm sorry for anyone that liked this, but I hate this book. I hate it with every fiber of my being. It is repetitive and juvenile and completely ridiculous and not in a fun way because it takes itself too fucking seriously. And if I had to listen to this dude be introduced one more fucking time as his full name, comma the Silver Devil, I was going to break something. And every time they are around each other, he keeps kissing her nose ring. Why do we need to do it 900 fucking times in this book? Like, it's like she couldn't come up with another way to bring these things up, and she just kept reusing the same shit. It was so annoying to listen to. It was so annoying. The sex scenes were truly terrible, like so unbelievably cringy. On top of the fact that it's her first time and it was, I mean, mind blowing, amazing. And then the second time in the woods, it was truly painful to listen to. It was truly fucking painful. I will never get these hours of my life back. I'm gonna see if I can return that on Audible, because I don't want to ever look at this book again. I want to pretend that this never happened. Not how I wanted this to start. But I guess that means we can pick something else. I feel all off kilter now because fucking terrible. It was so fucking bad. What are we gonna read now? I'm gonna go decide what I want to read. We have like 10 minutes left in the sprint. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna go figure out what I'm gonna read next, take a break, chat on this sprint, and then we'll start something new in the next sprint. So it is much later now. I ate some dinner. My husband made dinner. It was freaking delicious. My space is an absolute disaster. It's just an absolute fucking mess. So I need to clean that up. During our last sprint, or the last one that I was on, they're still going. I started In Sequence by Cole McCade just because I need something that's a guaranteed win. I'm gonna read this. The first chapter of this was intense, but I do need to clean up a little bit, and so I'm gonna grab an audiobook as well, and I think I'm gonna do Her Vigilante by Lillian Lark, mainly because this audiobook is 4.5 hours long, and I feel like day one has been a failure because I wasted all day listening to that fucking audiobook, and then I didn't finish it, and so now I feel like I haven't accomplished anything today, and so I should be able to finish it in 2 hours or so. I'm gonna go do that and clean up and see where the night takes us. I do teach in the morning, so I can't stay up super late, but we'll see. So day one is a complete and utter failure. That's where we're at. After I DNF'd Gothicana, I decided I was going to go into Criminal Intentions for a guaranteed win. And I started that. It was great. And then I needed an audiobook. And so I was like, well, I'm going to go into Her Vigilante by Lillian Lark because it's short. And I hated this book. I gave this 2 stars. I think the first half of this, because this is broken into 2 parts, part 1 I actually really liked. It has our heroine who is an FBI agent, and her big case is this vigilante killer who kills people who are kind of like getting away with crimes because the system is broken. She has this kind of like obsession with him, and he has an obsession with her. And there is a copycat killer on the loose, and she is trying to prove that it is a copycat and not the vigilante killer. Things happen from there. And part 2 was a disaster. I hated every single thing about part 2. Like the actual murder and everything is finished in part 1, and part 2 is the reformation of the serial killer. I'm not here for that. I'm here for the unhinged vibes. Why are you making me a serial killer family man? I don't want that. That's not why I'm here. Like, there was an agreed upon thing going into this type of book. I feel robbed. Like, I don't want a soft, reformed hero at the end. I'm here for the serial killer. somebody send help because I need day 2 to go better than this.
Wish that I could stay in this moment forever, so I can hold you in my arms. I will carry you on my shoulders as long as I'm able. Scare the monsters under your bed, deep and abiding. Liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you. You will grow up in the blink of an eye and move out and beyond your own. But no matter what comes your way, I will stay right here beside you to catch you if you fall. And deep and abiding, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you. Hi, it's Sunday. I think I got a little bit of B-roll yesterday, but I didn't. I didn't update at all. I did do some reading, but yesterday I went and taught yoga in the morning. I looked so fucking tired. I'm so sorry. But I went and taught yoga in the morning and I came back and I had about an hour before I had to get on the road and drive. I also apparently got water on my shirt. I'm a hot ass mess today. It's about 45 minutes north to see my best friend and her 2 boys. I left here around 11 and I got back at like 4:30. And so I got a lot of audiobooking done because it was a drive each direction. But when I got back, I was so tired. We do not have kids, and being around a 5-year-old and a 7-month-old, I thought I was gonna sleep for like 2 years. And it's after 9 o'clock, and I'm just getting downstairs to make my coffee because I was tired. So tired. How do 5-year-olds have so much energy? Like, can we find a way to bottle that shit? Because that was insane. But yeah, then when I got home, I wasn't feeling super well because we had coffee and sandwiches at the little coffee place and there was cheese on the sandwich and I didn't know, and I have a dairy allergy. And so I felt like absolute garbage when I got home and eventually just like fell asleep, and I did not have it in me to turn my camera on. But like I said, I got a lot of reading done. I am actually most of the way through 2 books at this point. So I got like 64% into Dark Corners by Megan Golden, and I fucking love this series. But this is actually a sequel to The Night Swim, and essentially we're following the heroine, who is this podcaster, and she was a reporter for a really long time, and after losing her reporter job, she was approached by her manager that was like, hey, do you want to do a podcast? Because you're really good at like bringing life to the victims in these stories. And then she has these 2 cases that blow up and she becomes like a household name. And in book 1, she is covering this rape case up in Minneapolis and solving this murder at the same time. And this book actually takes place directly after that. So she gets home and within like 24 hours or whatever, she starts this new case. It is completely unrelated to book 1. We're just following the same main character, but she goes down to Florida because the FBI call her and they're like, we need you to come to Florida and we'll give you exclusive access to this case when it goes public. And so she flies down there, and it turns out they were playing her in a little way because she's somehow tied to this case. And the mystery elements are not only how she is tied to this case, but there's also campers are going missing, and there's all of these seemingly unrelated
things happening, and we're trying to figure out how they're all tied together surrounding this guy who is 48 hours away from getting out of prison. And I think it's so well done. I love the audiobook. The audiobook has a full cast-ish. There's multi POVs. It's almost all from Rachel's POV, but every now and then you get someone else's POV, and those have different narrators. And then the podcast side is a different narrator as well, and that has audio effects and things like that. It's just really cool. I'm liking it a lot. I'm very close to being done with this. I think I have like 2 hours maybe left in it. And then the other one is In Sequence by Cole McCade, which I think I only have like 40 minutes left in. I would have finished it last night, but I was just so tired that I couldn't. But this one is intense. This second season is so gruesome, and I'm kind of loving it. But this is one that you do need to read in order. So this is season 2, book 2. And we are following this serial killer known as the Golden Ratio Killer. When he murders people, he fixes them by making them proportional, by cutting them up and putting them back together in really disgusting ways. It's pretty horrifying. They're trying to figure out who he is because there are 5 possibilities of who the killer could be. There's all this other drama because they are working with the FBI, and Sanjay used to be an FBI agent and left the FBI for a whole bunch of fucked up reasons. And the FBI agent that they're working for is Sanjay's ex, and it's messy and it's gruesome, and I'm loving it. So my readathon is definitely turning around. I really like both of these books, which is so good after that absolutely tragic day 1 of Summerween. But yeah, I'm gonna get some coffee going, and then my husband is golfing, so he'll be gone for a long hot minute because they're doing 18 holes today. He's like, I'll be back at like 3. And I was like, sucks to be you. So I have like the day to myself. I'm gonna stop because I desperately need this coffee. Step 1 for the day is to move all my video clips over and start importing things and getting things prepped for my vlog tomorrow. And I'm going to catch up on some YouTube videos because I haven't watched YouTube in like 3 days. That's going to be the game plan first and foremost is the vlog. I'm going to watch some YouTube videos while I do all of that stuff. So let's get to it.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights.
So, funny story. It is now almost 1:30 and I haven't started reading yet today. I spent almost all morning editing this vlog because I had so much footage and so much B-roll that I needed to cut down. And so it took me forever, and now I need to go to Target because I am almost out of my face cleanser. We're out of cold brew, and there are a couple of other like random little things that we need. And so I really need to go to Target. I haven't gone grocery shopping yet either, so I might do that as well because my husband said he probably won't be home until like close to 3. And so I'm thinking that I'm going to do that. Dogs are up and about. And I think I'm going to grab my headphones and listen to Dark Corners while I do that stuff so that I can get some stuff done while also getting some books read, because I feel so bad for this vlog right now because I feel like it's me complaining about books and not reading. We need to turn Summerween around, so I need to finish both of those books today. That is like must happen. I only have 45 minutes left in my physical book, so we should be in a good spot still.
And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs.
Oh my god, I'm so sweaty. I just got back from running errands, but I did get further into Dark Corners. I keep forgetting the name of this book, but I'm now like 73% in, so I have about an hour and a half left in this book, and it's getting wild, but I think that's it. So I'm gonna go read some more of Criminal Intentions. Hi, baby. And I will let you know what my final thoughts are about that book. Hi.
You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
So I just finished In Sequence by Paul McCade, which is book 15 in the Criminal Intention series, book 2 in season 2, and this was an easy 5-star book. I love this series so much. I mean, we're 15 books in, so my ratings are, I mean, I'm not objective anymore. You know what I mean? Like, if you're 15 books into a series, you clearly love that series. But this season is so fucked up and I love it so much. There is a lot of characters in the series at this point, but our two main characters are Malcolm and Sanjay. And like I said, they are hunting the golden ratio killer. And the last chapter of this book is from the serial killer's POV. It was creepy. I'm so excited to see where the series goes. There are so many like little side plots. I want to know how it all comes together. I need to know. So I think now I am going to clean up a little bit. My husband is stuck on the freeway with our dinner. He stopped for sandwiches on the way home so that we had dinner, and apparently there's a Brewers game going on. So he is stuck on the freeway right now. We'll probably put my headphones in and listen to that last hour, hour and a half of my audiobook, and then we can figure out what I'm going to read next because I have no idea where I'm going to go from here. Hi. So it is actually Monday morning, and I 100% meant to close out this vlog last night, but I just kind of like ran out of time after I finished my last book. So I am here to very quickly close out this vlog so I can get this uploaded to go up in like 2 hours. So last night I did finish Dead Corners by Megan Golden, and I'm giving this 4 stars. I would read so many books in this series. Like, give me endless Rachel Kroll books because I will read them forever. I don't think I will ever read this series any other way than audio, just because the audio is so well done. It's not that I think the physical reading experience would be bad. I just think they did such a good job with the audio that that's my preferred way to consume the series. This was really, really fantastic. I liked all of the reveals and how everything tied together. I think one of Megan Golden's strongest things with this series, and I can't speak on the rest of her books because I've only ever read this series, but she does such a good job of mixing her mystery elements and murder plots and all of that stuff with some sort of timely thing that she is trying to discuss. And she did that with Night Swim. In Night Swim, she is covering a rape trial at the same time that she is trying to solve this local murder. She does such a good job of showing a broken system or the viewpoints on something or how something is broken or, you know, whatever, without ever actually straight out saying anything. And so in the Night Swim, you got to see like how fucked up this case was, because this guy was this affluent, white, successful, sporty kid, and like everyone wanted him to be innocent, even though there was an innocent victim who was harmed in this situation. At no point did she ever tell you what to think or like how to feel, but she did such a good job highlighting all of the bullshit in that scenario that like you were left just having these thoughts and opinions, and like it was very clear where she stood. And she did the same thing in this one, where you are following our heroine who is trying to help solve this murder and simultaneously needs a place to stay, and so she ends up staying at this influencer convention, and she is infiltrating this influencer convention because the victim, the person, like the missing woman, was a famous influencer. And you are getting to see the schemy, gross underbelly of the influencer world. And it was so well done. And again, she never told you how to feel. She never said anything outright, but you just got to see the toxicity of the internet and influencers and all of that stuff. And it was fucking fantastic. And like even like little things, like our heroine, when she gets to the convention, she's given this giant bag of stuff. And she's like, I don't need this. And she tries giving it to the coordinator because she's like, I don't need any of this stuff. And the coordinator's like, oh, no, 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 no. I can get fired if I take that. And Rachel's like, but I don't want any of this. And she goes upstairs and it is like thousands of dollars worth of free stuff. And like it was little moments like that where it's like, she's just opening up this bag and then being like, all right, I don't know what I'm going to do with all this. And like you as a reader are just like, what a waste. And it was just so well done. So well done. on top of the murder element kind of showing the broken system of police investigations and the criminal justice system and stuff like that. I think she does such a good job highlighting those elements without ever straight out telling you how to think and feel. So 4 stars to this. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Like I said, I would read 100 more books in the series. I would like more, please and thank you. That is going to be it for this vlog. I am going to start the next vlog right here, right away. So the next vlog will be coming out on Friday, so the day after the readathon ends, or the morning after the readathon ends, with the remaining 4 days, so you can see what I decide to pick up from here, because I have already picked up 2 new books. So you'll have to check out Friday's vlog to see what it is that I am reading next. Thank you so much if you made it this far into the video. Let me know if you are participating, how your readathon is going, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.